Who's enjoying themselves? Are you having a good time? Yeah. Very good. Double that feeling. And then spread that feeling through every cell in your body. But not yet though. But whenever you're ready. Good. So we're going to continue the eye fixation and then an arm pull induction and some more stuff. So in this protocol, what you are learning now, we have the ABS formula. I'm talking Dutch also. One part of me is speaking Dutch and the other part is speaking English. Every hypnotic process that you will do or you will see always has got 3 steps in it. The first step is you must arrest the attention of your client. You must arrest the attention of your client. For example, by look in this eye, look to one spot, choose one spot on the wall, focus on your breathing. You tell your client to put their attention somewhere that basically you choose to. You guide the attention. Then you have to do something, and you're going to get a lot of examples of how you can bypass the critical thinking part. So every person has got a critical part inside of them to protect basically the unconscious mind. So when you were a child, you didn't have critical thinking yet. Only when you were about 6, 7 years old, around that age, you had your critical thinking fully developed. Or let's say, developed enough to, for example, say no. Or say, no, I'm going to left. You go right, no, I'm going that way. Or you could say, I don't believe in Santa Claus anymore. You could reject information. So when you hypnotize somebody, you want that critical thinking part a little bit more on the background. You want to ease the critical thinking. For example, by building trust. If you build trust with somebody, they will think less critically about what you do. They will be more open, right? Think about your best friend. They're not critically thinking when you call them up. Why do you call me? You want to sell me something? No, you don't have critical thinking. Or not so much critical thinking, right? So in the hypnotic process, for example, you have to do something to bypass that critical thinking. And then you can stimulate, that's the S, the unconscious mind. So first is attention, then second you have to bypass the critical thinking, and the third is to stimulate their unconscious mind. For example, the complete induction, and you can begin to feel good feelings inside you, which means you're going to see yourself in the future doing new things. The whole hypnotic script is the stimulation of the unconscious mind. So what do you think in the exercise you just did? Where is the A? Focus one spot on the wall. Yeah, yeah.
Focus one spot. You were also like, put your hands in your lap. You're giving them multiple.
Multiple. Yeah, yeah. Right? So you can choose to do many things. To arrest the attention, or to guide the attention, or to focus the attention. What do you think is bypass critical factor? Or relax that critical factor? Or make them more open and receptive to your suggestions, right? So look to the critical thinking like this. As soon as you have opened the mind enough, you are bypassed the critical thinking. So you can enter into the unconscious portions of your client where the action is, where the feelings come from. The unconscious mind is the emotional mind. It's where the memories are. It's where all your resources are, your power, your flow, your happiness. Anything you've experienced that's powerful is inside you. So when you think critically, I can't feel good now, that's your critical thinking, blocking the unconscious mind. So when you relax enough, so you can remember that great feeling, your unconscious mind will say, yes, I felt like this great before. And you can do that by stimulating. So what do you think is the bypass critical factor portion in the exercise you've done? Where is the B, yeah?
Is that where you get them to relax?
Yes, relaxation is an example of bypassing critical factor, right? Imagine you're so relaxed that you fall asleep. Every night you bypass your critical thinking. Hypnosis is very natural because every night you go through it.
To a degree, just closing your eyes, because that means you're trusting whoever you're working with. And
Yeah.
You're open to a new experience.
Correct? Could be a sign of critical thinking bypass, definitely. Open new experience. Yeah?
Arm pull.
Arm pull can be a bypass critical factor. How did you experience that actually, that arm pull?
It's interesting.
It's interesting, right?
That was the first time I've ever experienced it. It was
Really? Wow. Good. And where is the S in your exercise or process, do you think? What are examples of stimulating the unconscious mind?
Even the rocking and that deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, those are suggestions
Yeah.
to stimulate doing something new.
Yeah. Very good.
Stop the critical mind.
So every time you're going to go through those steps, and sometimes the sequence changes. So see it as underlying principles of every hypnotic induction. There is always some part of an attention focusing. There is always some part of bypass critical thinking. There is always some part of stimulating or giving suggestions that are stimulating the imagination. Some people call hypnosis or divine hypnosis as exciting the imagination. When you are emotionally involved with something positive, the unconscious mind is online. As soon as you have emotions, you're already bypassed the critical thinking, or you're beyond rational thinking when you have the emotion. So when you are filled up with joy, you're in a joyful trance. If we look to it from the eyes of hypnosis, right? If you're speaking to yourself, you can go in a trance too.
Question, so with the ABS, when someone comes in and they're sitting in the trance chair, each time that you have them experience something different, emotionally or whatever, that's an example
Correct?
of a trance. So they come in, they're not in a trance. You have them experience something, then they are in a trance. So how are you feeling today? Boom, they're in a trance. Right? Different degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. You see how many possibilities there are of opening up somebody's mind already.
But within trance, you can dissociate from emotions too, and still
Yes.
be in trance.
Correct.
So you're not always within the emotion.
Correct. Trance is a good working climate wherein you can do many things. And in that working climate, you can go in deeper to experience things you haven't experienced before. You might start to wonder of what those new experiences will be for you. Even when you're not aware of, getting new experiences doesn't mean it's possible for you. Actually, the more critically you think about this, the deeper you are going into a trance. Which means already you're learning something. And when you were young, you learned so much, and you weren't aware that you were learning so much. That's right. So, do you want to go into a trance again?
Yes, I would like to be if everybody's okay with that, I'd be like,
Can everybody give him permission to go into a trance? Okay, give him a hand. Good. You're okay in the shoulders, arms, everywhere, right?
I think so, yeah.
You think so? Good, good, good. Okay, so please pay attention, because we're going to do some more exercises pretty soon from now. I'm going to put this a little bit back. Yep. Good. So are you ready to go into a trance?
Yes.
Very good. So I would like for you to straighten up your arms like this. Very good. And I want you to focus your attention right between your hands. That's right. All your attention between your hands. And I want you to imagine with everything inside you, you have two magnets. They want to come closer and closer. The more you focus now, the closer your hands will go. The more you focus that attention, the more your hands are coming closer and closer and closer. That's right. You can feel the vibration, the shaking, and you hear my voice. The more you focus all your attention on that spot, the closer your hands will come. The moments they touch, you go into a deep, deep hypnotic state. Focus all your attention. Slip. That's right. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Let go. Completely let go. You're totally safe. That's very good. Deeper, deeper, and deeper. In fact, the more you hear my voice, Andy, the deeper you go. I'm going to put you straight up. Deeper and deeper you go. That's right. Stay in this trance. And the deeper you go. Really deep now. I'm going to count you back from 5 down to 0. Each count I'm going to count, you go deeper and deeper into hypnosis. Now, 5. You're going deeper and deeper. That's right. That's breath helps you to go deeper. And 4, your mind is empty and feels great. And 3, you hear my voice louder and louder in a way that's pleasant and safe. 2, you're going deeper, almost in perfect relaxation. 1 and 0. That's right. And let your head fall forwards only to the extent you go even deeper. All the way down. Deeper and deeper. That's right. As if you're falling into a deep sleep. Deep sleep. Deeper sleep. Deeper sleep. That's right. And you feel great going deeper as I rock your shoulder. In fact, the more I rock your shoulder, the deeper you go. Very good. And you completely let go. Just like you do before you felt deep asleep that night, and you rejuvenated everything inside you that special night. And your unconscious mind is guiding you only to the extent you can heal inside, all those things necessary, and also to get great memories back of the past. And your conscious mind doesn't even have to know which great memories are inside you that will come back to you only in the frame of love, appreciation, joy, pleasure, excitement, motivation, persistence, and determination like a black panther that is wanting to eat and is so hungry and can see something in the jungle right there. And it can focus so intensely on that it is beginning to transcend something inside you. That's great. I'm going to count you back from 1 up till 3. On 3 you feel wide awake, refreshed and alert, knowing that you can do this induction to anybody you want to. You can do this induction with anybody you choose to. You start with your H+, and then you have great fun and so much more. 3, a good feeling goes through your body. 2, it's as if you have been standing under a crystal clear waterfall. And you feel great. And open your eyes. 1, wide awake, refreshed and alert. Ready to rock and roll. Give him a hand. Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
So what kind of experience did you have?
I kept feeling like I could feel people like going away, like the room was kind of going away, and I was getting closer and closer to your voice. And every time you made a suggestion, I was feeling the tapping on your shoulder.
Your shoulder, yeah, yeah.
It's
Good.
really cool.
Did you feel you were into? Did you go into a trance?
I feel like I've never been into an extreme trance other than in, let's say, Alaska or high.
Yeah. So then you were in an extreme trance.
Yeah, I got into it.
Yeah, but the goal is not necessarily an extreme trance, right? The goal for us is to help your client relax enough so they are more open for your suggestions in any kind of context. So did you find it valuable?
Trance, 100% I go into trance and I'm super suggestible. Everything like you were saying, it's like right there.
Yeah. So where is the attention in this induction? Hands, yeah.
Your voice.
Voice. Yeah, actually you can suggest it. Focus on your voice. What else do you think is where the attention goes?
The sensation of going together.
Sensation of going together. And actually you suggest focus on one point between your hands. It's just like the eye fixation, but now it's between the hands. What else is the bypass critical factor? Is there a point where you might bypass critical thinking? What do you think?
During the pull,
In the pull. During the pull, right?
definitely.
Yeah. What other things do you think is an example that you can use as well of bypassing critical thinking?
All of your words, just keep talking the flow of the words.
The flow of the words. Keep talking.
Would that be when you snap your fingers and sleep?
That's right. That's also a bypass critical thinking. And the suggestion sleep. Suggestion deeper. You see how many ways you have. The stimulation of the unconscious mind.
The magnet, that's a stimulation of that.
The stimulation, the magnets is already a stimulation of the unconscious mind before they go into a trance. That's interesting. Eh?
And your blitz, everything you said.
Yeah, everything you
all
said.
Your script.
Yeah, cool. So when you're going to do the exercise now, you can choose also to do this one or the other one, the eye fixation, the arm pull, just go a little bit deeper this time. I want you to focus in the exercise you're going to do now only on giving some positive suggestions. Like go deeper, relax. Later on we're going to focus more on how to do that specifically, but just give some positive suggestions. What might positive suggestions look like, do you think, when you're going into a trance soon? What could be examples? What are positive suggestions? What could you say?
Remember a time when you were deeply relaxed and feel that relaxation now.
Remember a time, so you bring up a memory. Yeah, excellent.
The clarity you're coming in with now.
The clarity you're coming in with now. Excellent. What else can you suggest that's positive?
You're enjoying the experience.
You're enjoying the experience.
Feeling confident.
Feeling confident. What else? In the back? Some of you?
Noticing that your unconscious is that source of power for yourself.
Notice that your unconscious is that source of power for yourself? Yes. So give some positive suggestions and then wake the person up by counting them out from 1 up till 3 or 1 up till 5. Or you can even count them up from 3 down to 1. What about that? Then they go into a trance when you bring them out. Some people actually go deeper when they are out of a trance, consciously. You know, some people go really deep when they think they're not in a trance, officially. Many sports people are in a deep trance with their eyes open, focused, and they prepare their mind, right? Just like you can prepare your mind to have a great exercise now. So, burning questions before we get started?
Do you want a new partner, or want us to work with the same partner, or choose a new one?
Choose a new one, yeah. Yeah, and have fun when you do it. Think about your H+, think about a good connection. Don't do the exercise perfect, please. Don't go for perfect, right? Go for great, and go for having fun. Yes, other question?
Is there any difference in the degree of trance? You've been talking about lighter or deeper trance. Is there any benefit or not?
Between the two inductions?
Well, no, just the deepness of the trance, or if there is any difference in that, say, experience or the effect of it.
That is person by person different. Some people change their life in a normal conversation. Other people have changed their life in a deep trance, if we look to it in a therapeutic context. In fact, the deepness of a trance is not necessarily necessary for having great results. Enough trance is what we are after. Enough relaxation, enough trance, enough hypnosis.
So what's the key to learn what that balance is, where you reach that level of trance?
By going first inside and to change your mind to the extent you're going into a pleasant trance yourself. For example, we have the H+, right? And then trust that portion inside of you that doesn't really know how to do that exactly enough that it will happen. With other words, don't follow the conscious mind. Just set the intention out. If you have the intention, I want to bring you into hypnosis deeply. You're going to have a great experience. Then I let it go. Because an even greater experience might be there for you in a way that's different than I thought how I should go there, how I should walk that pathway consciously. Make sense? So I, for example, say I want to induce a deep trance in this client. So I'm thinking I need to do X, Y, and Z to achieve that result, to achieve that outcome. But actually, that's the conscious mind already giving the answers. While the better answers, often surprising answers, are coming from the allowance of what's going to happen in the experience. Many times in a session with a client, I feel that I'm not getting to where I want to go, and I let it go, and then something happens, and then later on, I got the result. But it happened differently than I thought it would go. Make sense? So it's keeping your mind open enough yourself, and go into a trance yourself enough where you feel good, because you invite the other person to go with you. A great question. And as the days go along, many answers will pop up in your mind that you will be happy with. Good, so we're going to go in the exercise now. Last question.
What you just did there, because I'd like to try focusing on the
Yeah, so can you please come again here, Andy? Yeah, I will show you the steps quickly. So if I assume your question is, how do you do this?
Yeah, I was just,
Yeah.
You focus the point.
Yeah, so let's go. So you say, okay, are you ready to go into a trance? It's a great question. It's a preparing question, right? It's priming. So put your hands in front like this. You demonstrate yourself. And then you put them down a little bit, right? And you say, focus all your attention between your hands. You point there. It's the eye fixation.
Is that to get compliance, to pull them down a little bit?
It is compliance, but more is the ABS formula, the A.
Okay.
The more the brain is involved, the currency of the mind is attention. So we want the attention here, right? So we say, okay, focus right there. Then you say, imagine your hands are two magnets. And the more you focus, the more the hands will come together. The more you focus, your hands will come together. That's the mantra, the loop. Before the break, we said the more you focus, the more heavy your eyelids are becoming. The more you focus, the more heavy your eyelids are becoming. Now it's the more you focus, the more your hands are coming together. Same principle, different content. On the moment they touch, you're going to go into a deep trance. It's a suggestion. So you see the hands are coming closer, even now in this demonstration, and you can feel them coming closer, right? Mm-hmm. So just, and notice the increase of the shaking, as I mentioned that suggestion. Before they touch, you take over and you say, sleep. And you pull the person down like this. Don't do it like this, but do it like that. Sleep, deeper. And then wake them up. Wake up, right? So focus there. The more you focus, the more they come together. On the moment they touch, you're going to go into a deep trance. And then you take over before they touch. That's the surprise element. That's the shock, quote-unquote, induction, or an instant induction. It's a bypass of critical thinking of the surprise effect. The amygdala in the brain is triggered. The amygdala is protecting the person. When you trigger the amygdala, there is a slight confusion on this moment. Sleep. And you say, go deeper, deeper, deeper. It tends to follow the next suggestion in the confusion to get the coherent experience again. So a great way out of confusion is to go deeper.
Sleep is the way out.
It gives the way out, in this case, the way in. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Great, thank you very much.
Thanks for clarifying.